Did you know Jesus wasn't a baby when the wise men arrived? He was a toddler, and the timeline proves it.
Now, moving on from chapter 1, we get into chapter 2 with the wise men arriving and then the fleeing to Egypt. If you're interested in the whole dating of Jesus' birth, I highly recommend my lengthy video on this. It's 3 hours of dense, scholarly material, and it's all tied to what was the star, and you can actually see the star in action when you get into some software. Long story short, September 11th, 3 BC can be dated for Jesus' birth, with the wise men arrival just over a year later. When you work through all of the material, is that it demonstrates a perfect harmonization of Luke's and Matthew's accounts. Luke 2 occurs during the fall of 3 BC, with Matthew 2 picking up in the late 2 BC before the January 10th, 1 BC eclipse, with Herod's death occurring shortly thereafter, with Joseph and Mary's return from Egypt, and moving back to the city of Nazareth in the summer of 1 BC. Matthew 1's events, with Joseph in focus, occurred sometime between John's birth and the census mandate that made him and Mary go to Bethlehem. So, chronologically, it goes Luke 1, Matthew 1, Luke 2, then Matthew 2. Both accounts are still in perfect harmony with one another, which means Luke and Matthew are describing two different times that Mary went to Bethlehem. The descriptions of where they're at in Bethlehem is different, along with Jesus being called a baby in Luke and a young child in Matthew. Luke's story is about baby Jesus, while Matthew 2 is about toddler Jesus. That said, 2:11 has Mary in the house with the arrival of the wise men to worship Jesus. The rest of chapter 2, she is just referred to as Jesus' mother. Verses 13 through 23 form a simple chiasm again, with the story working in and working out. So, there is nothing in the text revelatory about Mary in chapter 2.